What statistic makes you think society is quietly breaking? Any educational statistic about how reading levels and comprehension are dropping? I work in software and the amount of new hires who can't read a basic error message is scary. Not like complex documentation, just a pop-up saying file not found and they freeze. My wife is a teacher and she tells me stories about middle schoolers who read at like 2 ND grade level but still getting passed along. Something broke in the system a while ago and nobody wants to admit it. This type of thing is only going to get worse as I takes over more dev tasks. Yeep, even seeing it with interns. They used to having I think and solve the issues. They don't know how to research on their own. Can't even fully blame them using it. Talking to them they say in college they told to use it instead of doing it themselves. I just graduated last month with a master's in software engineering. All of my classes said that we were not allowed to use AI until the capstone class. That one didn't say either way, and so we started asking about it, and the professor allowed us to use it. I am shocked that some colleges allow undergrads to use AI in their classwork. I would not be shocked to hear that undergrads are using AI, though. Yay, I was kind of surprised. I was like, okay, I understand, but it as an internal service. You'll need to look up its API if you want to build around it. It has a useful thing to know how to build greenfield and tie to other services. Colleges are at an awkward point where if they don't allow at least some AI exposure, then they are setting students up for problems in the workplace. The last year or two there has been a big push from above to use AI, and those who are capable of doing so are going to get ahead of their peers and get more opportunities. And that as just a fact regardless of how you feel about AI. There is a reasonable and responsible way to use AI that should be taught, for example, using it for research and summarizing, not getting it to do all the thinking for you. I have also had classes where profs have used AI and picked apart the answers to highlight that AI often answers a question mostly correctly but makes small mistakes or misinterprets things. Seriously, God forbid people letting AI actually think for them or rely on the output of info without critical thinking and verification. AI is awful with that. It will completely hallucinate. Make things up just to sound supportive of what you're asking. Much better for finding resources and locating data, sifting through it, then using it to structure it all and then edit it. AI is a tool, just a tool, is not the parts. Grease, towels, drain bucket, mop, etc. If you rely only on the tool instead of all that as required, it is going to show over time. Someone is gonna figure out you didn't change the oil. I agree it as a tool that is going to be expected to be used. I agree it shouldn't be used for everything, but for certain parts of a task. They say in college they were told to use it instead of doing it themselves. Yeah, I'd take that with a grain of salt, a big grain of salt. I know a lot public and higher ed institutions want to incorporate AI, as the idea is always to prepare students for the current and future workplace, and right now everyone anticipates AI to be a major part of that. But I seriously doubt any credible institution is telling students to just AI everything. That sounds like excuse making to me. I teach at the high school and college level, and instructors still want students to learn, but AI has made it almost impossible to force students to do so or to assess knowledge outside of in-class blue book exams. There is also resistance at the admin level to making courses and curricula more rigorous. This is almost entirely the result of privatization and running education as a business. Students and parents are now customers, and if you make them struggle, They go wherever it is easier. Race to the bottom. This all goes double for online courses, which universities are stacking up to the sky because it lets them over-enroll and get more public funding, tuition dollars, while cutting staff and faculty. They don't care that online education is rampant with student cheating and delivers an inferior education. Christ, I could go on, but I'll stop here. There are very serious systemic issues with education at all levels right now. Just know that educators are, and have been, trying to hold the line. No one is giving students permission to everything. But we're losing ground to admin, the tech industry, politicians, parents, and students who don't value learning. If you want something to change, vote for candidates at the local and primary level who want to regulate fund public education and privatization, and get technology out of the classroom, because it is causing far more harm than good. Teaching became weird after COVID, so I am a teaching assistant to primary school in the UK. I was doing supply work when COVID hit, but I live with my elderly mother and have asthma, so decided to just not work for a few years to ensure I don't kill her or myself. When I went back to work, it was so eerie. For example, teaching some maths, and this isn't an exaggeration. I ask, what is 10x10 silence, guys? Can anyone take a shot at 10x10? Silence. I don't care if you get it wrong, just give it a go. Silence. Okay, let us break it down. What is 1x10? Silence. More encouragement met with silence. Okay, so if we multiply by 10, we move the number up from the decimal point. So, if we add a 0 onto 1, what do we get? Silence. Come on, guys. What is 1 with a 0 on the end? Silence. They all knew the answer. They all knew 10x10 instantly. But the absolute terror of getting something wrong publicly paralyzed them.